Hi, YouTubers and whatchavers everywhere. It's Mark with GeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Well, I've got an old friend, viewer recommended. Oh, that is a terrific cup of coffee. Yeah, this morning I have Pete's coffee. Yeah, this is dark roast, French roast. Boy, this is a really flavorful cup of coffee. And you know, getting set up for today's broadcast, I put some in my coffee maker. This is ground coffee. Put some in there, and it just filled the room with this wonderful coffee aroma. Really terrific. I mean, yeah, this is a good one. Check that out. Pete's Coffee. My thanks to the viewers who recommended this. This is really very good. I'm definitely going to get some more of this, especially the dark roast, French roast. Really like this a lot. And check out this morning's coffee mug right here. This is Kings Island. Of course, number one uncle and all those great Hanna-Barbera cartoon characters on there, right? Fred Flintstone, Dino. What do we got here? Snagglepuss, Yogi Bear, right? Yeah, Top Cat. Remember Top Cat? I don't know if some of you remember Top Cat. Right back there. Yeah, and you know what? This mug has got to be at least 16 years old because it says Paramount's King Island. Now, they bought Kings Island in 1993, and then they sold it in 2006 to Cedar Fair. And Cedar Fair owns Cedar Point, up in Sandusky, Ohio. Now, why are we talking about this? It's their 50th anniversary. Kings Island is 50 years old. They opened on April 29th, 1972. So the amusement park is still there, just outside of greater Cincinnati, and it is 50 years old. So if you find yourself in Ohio, in that part of Ohio, down there around Cincinnati, check out Kings Island. If you find yourself in the greater Northeast Ohio, where I'm from, Sandusky, Ohio, Cedar Point. I'll give you just a little bit of background on Kings Island here. Kings Island opened on April 29th, 1972. Their current owner is Cedar Fair. Its 2019 attendance was 3.52 million people. They sit on 364 acres. They have a total of 48 attractions, 14 roller coasters, and 3 water rides. So I'll link to their official website so you can check them out. Again, if you're in Ohio and you're looking for something to do in that neck of the woods, Kings Island, why not? It's the 50th anniversary. I don't know what they have planned to celebrate 50 years of being there, but really kind of neat. Congratulations to them on their 50th anniversary. Hey, if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. I really do appreciate it. Got a great show planned. Got some great stuff to talk about. And let's kick it off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Okay, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Dustin Wybrandt, and he writes, "Hey Mark, love the information on the channel. I've been wet shaving for about a year now and have narrowed the razors and blades that work best for my face. For me, the King C Gillette razor with Tatra blades seem to work the best for now, as I'm always trying new products. My tip is in reference to how the soap is applied to the face. In many trades, you always do things with the grain. Whether it be sanding or painting, cutting meat, or working with leather, you always want the end result to look and feel as smooth as possible. I've started incorporating this technique into my shave routine. If I'm shaving across the grain, I brush the soap across my face. You get the idea. I don't know if it makes the shave smoother, but it just seems correct to me. Thanks for taking the time, Dustin Wybrandt." Well, Dustin, not only is that an interesting shaving tip, but it's also a point of discussion because I'm really curious to know if other wet shavers do that. Now, when I read this, I immediately thought of the silver tip badger brush that was given to me by Simon Hasanoff. Thank you very much, Simon. Again, I really do appreciate it. And viewers were giving me some instruction on how best to lather with this. Now, a silver tip badger, unlike a synthetic, will tend to eat the lather if you press in too much into the face. It'll drive the lather back into the base of the knot. So the advice was to first paint it on, and then using the tips to swirl and build a lather. But you want to paint it on until it gets rather shiny, until the lather gets rather shiny, and then start to swirl it up into a lather. So that's why your shaving tip reminded me of this, because I'm wondering, if painting it on across the grain to do an across the grain pass, painting it on with the grain to do a with the grain pass, if that's going to make a difference. Maybe it is. Are any of you folks out there doing that? Are you lathering across the grain for an across the grain pass, or with the grain for a with the grain pass, or against the grain for an against the grain pass? Really would be interested in knowing if that's what you're doing. And if you're not doing, it sounds like a really interesting shaving tip that you can try incorporating into your shaving routine. So thanks very much for that, Dustin. I really, really do appreciate it. And to say thanks, for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So please email me your snail mail address at mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would also like an original signed George sketch, all you have to do is email me a shaving tip. And if I use it in the Monday morning mailbag shaving tip segment, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So thanks again for the shaving tip this morning, and also a good item for discussion, a good subject for discussion. So thanks very much for that, Dustin. Really, really do appreciate it. Okay, we got an extra shaving tip this morning, and it comes from viewer Charlie Wise. And he writes, "Hi, Mark. Another great Monday morning mailbag this past week." Thanks very much, Charlie. Appreciate that. "You were discussing the use of the plastic blade containers and their use for travel. I have another use. I save the plastic containers and repurpose them. I take a paper blade box, like this one here from the Phoenix Shaving, the Strangelet blades right there. I take a paper blade box, they always seem to fall apart on me, and transfer the blades to a plastic blade container. I then cut out the logo on the paper box and insert it into the plastic box." So you would cut the top of this off here, this right here, this top part here, and then pull this out and then put that in there like that. That's really kind of neat. I then cut out the logo on the paper box and insert it into the plastic box so I can determine which blades are in there. I thought this might be something for a future Monday morning mailbag. If so, I already have one of your wonderful drawings hanging in my den, so I don't need another one. If you want to send money instead, laugh out loud, I would gladly accept it. Stay healthy, Charlie Wise." That's really nice, Charlie. And that's a great tip too. That is really, you know what? I never thought of that. Just take the blades out of here, put them in here, then, kind of just cut out this front cover here with the logo, and then take that and insert that right in there. And I'm looking at it right here. It'll fit very nicely in there. It'll fit very, very nicely, so you know what you have. That's great. So, repurpose this. So, you don't have to ever toss them out, and you could, send the paper, the cardboard to a recycling center, or however you want to do it. Or, if you want to travel with your favorite blade, like these Strangelets here, the platinum Strangelets from Phoenix Shaving, you could, just, again, use that to label it and as the insert, and then take these with you. And then you'll have that back slot to properly dispose of them if you're traveling. Great tip this morning, Charlie. Great extra shaving tip. Really, really do appreciate it. Well, it's that time of the show. Coffee's getting low. Let's go back for a refill. Okay, we're off to a great start. Hey, great to see you again. Thanks so much for sharing your time with me this morning. I really do appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. It's just the greatest thing. Get that nice shave in the morning, followed up by a nice cup of coffee. Boy, I tell you, to me, nothing better. I know I say it all too often, but it's true. It's just nothing better than that. To get that great wet shave in the morning, and then after putting yourself together, having a nice cup of coffee. Boy, again, nothing better. Well, let's get some of these refill subjects here this morning. Let's kick it off with something from Al Spencer. who wrote in regards to the produce rubber bands that were kindly sent to the show via Mike H. Viewer Mike H. sent these along, and I used a few of these on some of the spare alum blocks that I have, right, like that. And Al wrote, "Hey Mark, the produce rubber band is a great idea. I've experienced the same problem with the PAA no-slip band being too large after the alum block got smaller. A while back, I cut an old PAA band in half, but when the band is narrower, it loses its elasticity and is not as tight. Therefore, when wet, it slips off easily. The produce rubber band, being smaller, becomes narrower when stretched and is perfect." Yeah, I agree. It really is perfect for the times when the PAA alum block wears down and gets kind of thin. And my situation with the PAA alum block is that it just lasts and lasts and lasts. Hang on, let me go get let me go get it. I forgot to bring it here. 1 minute. Let me go get it. Okay, sorry about that. I try to put everything here so it's ready, but sometimes it slips my mind. Yeah, here's my Phoenix shaving. Here's the dry dock system right here, but here's my Phoenix shaving alum block. And yeah, I am right on the verge of having to use one of these smaller rubber bands so that it'll fit on here and stretch out and be the correct width for it. So yeah, it's definitely getting there. But the thing is, this alum block lasts and lasts and lasts. Let me show you what a brand new one looks like, because I bought it in the travel case just to have it. And I'm probably going to be cracking this one open and using it pretty soon on camera. And you can see it's still wrapped up, but you can see how nice and thick it is and how large. Look at that. You can see right there how much and how big of a difference there is there. Look at that. Look, I mean, it's, and I tell you, this thing lasts and lasts and lasts. However, when it starts to get to this size, yeah, the band can, you could probably replace the band here with one of these. Let's take this one off right here. With one of these smaller bands, because you can see in comparison how this produce band is small and how this no-slip grip is larger. But again, that's because this is such a generous sized alum block. So yeah, and as I say, it just lasts and lasts and lasts. It's amazing. And this one, I'm still using it on camera. I'm going to have to switch it out and kind of set it aside and use it off camera. Maybe put one of these bands on there. But it's been great, and I love the dry dock system. So Al, thanks very much for confirming the use of these as kind of an intermediate step when this alum block from Phoenix Shaving wears down a little bit. But it takes a while. It takes a while to get to this size. Again, I say it's probably one of the best deals going as far as alum blocks. And I always try to add an alum block or a cube pre-shave whenever I'm placing an order. Add those two items, maybe even some buffer rings for my razors. So some of these little items that I know that down the road I'm probably gonna need, I'll throw them in the cart because, at a certain point you get free shipping. So why not add those items? And, buying an alum block or buying a cube might get you to the free shipping point, but it's always good to have it kind of, as a spare in the background. You never know. So yeah, Al, thanks very much for that. I really, really do appreciate it. Chuck Price wrote and said, "Good morning, Mark. After seeing the mailbag this week, I was able to get 2 of the Jot containers from the Dollar Tree. Yeah, these are the containers that Rodney Ripplinger very kindly sent along, and we showcased them in a previous Monday morning mailbag. And of course, they have magnetic bases like that. And the lids are a press fit. So you can use them for anything. And one of the uses is maybe shaving soap. And as he writes here, he says, on the left is a travel tube of PAA Atomic Age Bay Rum I took out and pressed in. And the right is a lick of Colonel Conk lime that I melted and poured. Both methods work great. I will be getting more and using them. They should fit Sterling sample pucks as well. I never thought of that. They very well might fit the Sterling soap sample puck. And again, very affordable. The only problem is the Dollar Tree seems to run out of these. So these are being used by a lot of people for a variety of uses. But yeah, if you're a wet shaver, you might want to check these out because they'll be great for soap pucks, that sort of thing. Now, Ronnie Yates wrote in relation to that, could be an urban legend and also found on forums, but Arco is tallow and tallow should be grated, not melted. Something about tallow breaking down under heat. Maybe if you are precise, it will be okay. Colonel Conk is glycerin, which is the only one safe to heat. Heating up and cooking Arco would surely provide an aroma. I don't have experience with melting as I haven't found a reason yet. Ronnie, thanks very much for that, and thanks for the reminder. I seem to recall this as well, that if you have tallow, like Chuck had done with the Diver Down, was it Diver Down? What did he do? Atomic Age Bay Rum. I'm sorry, I got Diver Down on my mind. But Diver Down is kind of like a Bay Rum. It has kind of, as it says on the product page, it's close to it, shares some DNA with the Bay Rum. But as he did with the Atomic Age Bay Rum, he kind of press fitted into the container, even though it's a non-tallow soap. However, I think that was a good move. And I've often heard with tallow-based soaps, you want to grate them or you want to kind of break them up into smaller pieces and then press fit them into a bowl or a mug or a container like this. And the Arco I have found, I've done that with Arco before. I've taken a shaving stick and I've just worked it and kind of warmed it with my hands, and it becomes very, very pliable and very, very easy to fit into another container. So, I would probably do it that way. But in the previous Monday morning mailbag, the viewer was saying how he combined Arco with a natural shave soap that wasn't giving him much lather. So he combined the two of them and heated them together and melted them to make a new kind of soap. So I guess you're right, Ronnie. If you're careful with it and you don't overdo it, it might work. But yes, if you're going to take a tallow-based soap and fit it into a new container, grate it or press fit it or something along those lines. Really do appreciate that. Thanks for the reminder on that. John Williams checked in regarding lathering, face lather or bowl lather. He said, hello again. Regarding lathering, I find it much easier to get the right consistency with a face lather. Although a lot of shavers would say that face lathering is more difficult than in a bowl. I certainly don't find it so, and I get much better lather with a face lather. Also, it feels marvelous. Well, John, I tend to agree with you. I'm a face lather. I love using my scuttles. I love working up a lather in a bowl. But yeah, my wet shaving journey has just developed into being a face latherer. I like it. And again, as I mentioned, another reason is because when I'm on camera doing a review of a shave soap or a razor, that sort of thing, it's easier to build a lather and have my face on camera all the time so you can kind of see how the lather is developing that way, rather than trying to edit or hold a bowl up on camera, that sort of thing. Even though when I've got a shave puck, a shave bowl or something like that, I'm loading it like this. But for the most part, I'm building it like this, which is much, much easier to do on camera. And maybe that's why I've become a face latherer. I don't know. But yeah, I think it's fantastic too. So thanks very much. Viewer Mark Bagwell checked in regarding the differences between Aqua Velva, the American version, and the one made for the European market. And he says, Mark, concerning the differences between Aqua Velva American version versus European version, I will post the ingredients of both versions. Keep in mind, the Williams Company sold the rights to the name Aqua Velva to different companies. The American version is made for the cheapest price possible. The Spanish version is closer to the original, and it's made for quality. Same scent profile, but the ingredients are vastly different. We'll post pics and ingredients. Well, he also included the pictures of the American version bottle and the Spanish version bottle. And he said, here's the American version. Please note they don't mention the Williams name. And the American version is made by Combe Incorporated, C-O-M-B-E, Combe, something like that. I'm not sure of the the pronunciation. Ingredients are SD alcohol 40B, water, glycerin, fragrance, menthol, benzophenone 1, Ext violet 2, blue 1, caution, flammable until dry. I will post these ingredients, get what he has here. I'll take what he has here, copy it, and post it and pin it in the comments section below. He says, here's the Spanish version. And he sent along a picture of the bottle. And I'm assuming that's a glass bottle as well, which is awesome. Please note the Williams name. Here are the ingredients to the Spanish version. Alcohol denat, aqua glycerin, parfum, menthol, PEG 40 hydrogenated castor oil, alpha, isomethyl ionone, benzyl alcohol, benzoate, citronellol, citronellol, I think is how it's pronounced. My apologies. Coumarin, geraniol, hexylcinnamol. Oh boy, this is a big word here. Hydroxycitronellol. I think that's like Worcestershire sauce. Limonene, linalool, CI 17200, CI 42090. You know what? I'm going to post those so you can read them. And I apologize if I mangled any of these names, any of the ingredients names is what I'm saying. But he adds, it's a much more complex and refined formula. Hope the above info helps in some way. Mark. Yeah, Mark, thank you very, very much. Very, very helpful. I think myself and the viewers are probably going to seek out the Spanish version of Aqua Velva. So thank you very, very much. Really do appreciate that. Ron Wright also chimed in about face lathering and bowl lathering. He writes, I always look forward to the Monday morning mailbag. As to face or bowl lathering, I'm primarily a face latherer. When I do bowl lather after loading the brush, I'll give a quick swipe around the face with it before building the lather in the bowl. I figure this allows the soap to act as a nice pre-shave soap. So almost a best of both worlds thing. Have a great week. Wow, Ron, that is fantastic. Thank you very, very much. I should almost use that as a shaving tip. Maybe I'll use that again next week as a shaving tip. Let me know if I sent you a drawing or not. Please let me know. That is really a neat kind of a tip regarding face and bowl lathering. Thank you so much. Oh, this was really, really neat. Viewer Charles K posted this in the comments section, so I know he won't mind my sharing it here. He addressed this to William Murphy. William Murphy talked about this was a subject, are you too old to wet shave? And William Murphy said, absolutely not. I'm 70 years old. I just started wet shaving. Anytime is right. You're never too old for it. Charles K sent this to William Murphy in the comments section. Mr. Murphy, greetings from Tennessee. I was enjoying Mark's Monday morning mailbag video when he mentioned your name and read your message. Your story resonated with me. At age 72, I am also a wet shaver, having switched about 9 years ago. Like you, I still love it and find it most relaxing and rewarding. So I will reach out to Mark and let him know that we may be his most senior subscribers. We'll see. Kindest regards to you. By the way, what part of the world do you call home? P.S. I also went through basic training in 1970. Army at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Went on to spend 20 plus years in the United States Army Reserve. Charles K. Then he commented to me, good afternoon, Mark. Enjoyed your Monday morning mailbag of April 25th. You may see my note below to William Murphy. I am just figuring out that William and I may be your oldest subscribers. He is 70 and I am 72. Well on my way to 73. Lots of fun this morning. Thanks for sharing your time with all of us, Charles K. Charles and William, hey, that's great. Thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. You very well may be the most senior members in the viewing audience. Be interesting to find that out officially in some way. So really, thank you very much for those kind words. Really do appreciate it. And gentlemen, Charles and William both, thank you very, very much for your service. Really, really do appreciate it. And you know what? That's a great note to wrap up this week's refill. So thanks to everyone who contributed. Really, really do appreciate it. Okay, let's check out some new shaving gear. Okay, got a few items this morning in the new shaving gear segment. This first item comes from viewer Schalfer, who writes, Mark, have you or any other viewers tried Barbedeaux Aftershave Splash? It's marketed as a soothing anti-razor bump / irritation splash. I recently got a bottle and have used it twice this week. So far, I'm impressed, as it does seem to be making a difference in my post-shave feel. Although it is alcohol-based, so it does give you a kick after applying it first, but that for me fades pretty quickly. Only downside is that it smells like medicine, alcohol and witch hazel. But that's not a problem for me as I follow up the Barbedeaux with another scented splash. I believe I pronounced that correctly, Barbedeaux. I hope I did. Anyhow, I've not heard of this. Has anybody else heard of this product? Please comment below. Have you used it? Would really be interested in hearing your thoughts on this. I will link both to the Barbedeaux homepage and also to the splash that Schalfer is referring to. Always great to see these new products come to light from viewers, whether it be a soap or a splash, which leads me to the next item. We've talked about it before, and that is the Filoso razor blade. Now, these were just recently used on the channel. I did a review on it this past Friday, and I also use it for the Guess the Shave soap on Saturday morning. And these are terrific. I really like them. These are platinum coated, and they are nice and sharp and smooth. This blade really paired up well in the PAA Metaphor razor. Of course, it's a stainless steel razor, but you know, it's got that beautiful, mild yet efficient approach to this razor. And this blade, being a nice, sharp, smooth blade, just fits so well with this razor. I got an absolutely outstanding shave when I paired these two together. So yeah, this is definitely a really good blade. Check these out. I'll have a link below to their website. But I also want to announce that this box of 100 is going to be in the prize package for the next giveaway. We're going to do the next giveaway at 8,000 subscribers. So I'll be showcasing a few items here and there on the Monday morning mailbag that will be placed into that prize package as we get closer to the 8,000 subscriber mark. That's when we'll do the giveaway at 8,000. So the Filoso blades will definitely be a part of the giveaway prize package, this box of 100 right here. So yeah, really excited to give these away because I was really impressed with the blade. Really nice. And my thanks to viewer Raul Alberto de la Rosa for sending me a few of these so I could try them. I was very impressed. Really like them. A lot of folks are asking how they compare to Astra and some other brands out there. Well, I'll tell you what, these were very sharp and smooth. Probably a little bit better than Astra in my opinion, but just a really enjoyable blade. So wanted to make mention of that. And again, this box of 100 is going to go into the prize package at the 8,000 subscriber giveaway. So I look forward to doing that. Also, this is kind of a recap of another product that we talked about previously from the Sudsy Soapery. I've been reviewing some of their shave soaps and balms and that sort of thing. This is the Bay and Citrus. This is Super Cream Triple Butter Shave Soap, Bay and Citrus from the Sudsy Soapery. I've done a review on this, and that will be airing soon. And I also had a shave with this before starting to record the show. Wow, this is an absolutely wonderful shave soap. It really is. And I love the Bay and Citrus combination scent. It really is. It really is terrific. It makes a wonderful lather. And I just wanted to mention it to them, mention it to viewers again and give the Sudsy Soapery another shout out because it really was a very enjoyable shave soap. As you know, I'm really gravitating towards some bay rums that are out there, and this was really an enjoyable one. It makes me want to try some others, but I'm also going to put an order in over at Phoenix Shaving to get some other bay rums that they sell, and also some aftershave splashes, and also some balms. They make a balm for this, I believe. I believe it might be out of stock right now. I'm going to check back and see if it's available again because I do want to order their balm as well. If it's not available, then I'll kind of pick up the slack with another kind of bay rum balm from Phoenix Shaving or Sterling or whoever's out there. But yeah, this will pair nicely with a lot of other brands out there, other artisans out there. But yeah, it'd probably be better to get their balm. But let me tell you, this is really a wonderful, wonderful shave soap. So I really, really enjoyed it. And again, when they say all natural, super creamed, triple butter shave soap, it makes a wonderful, wonderful lather. So I want to mention that to the viewers before I forgot. And it was just really, really, really terrific. So really a kind of a short new shaving gear segment this week, but some really nice items to be on the lookout for. The Barbedeaux Aftershave Splash, the Filoso blades. I'll have a link to them. Again, another terrific blade. 100 of these, $12. Really nice price point as well. And also Bay and Citrus from the Sudsy Soapery. If you are a Bay Rum fan, get this one as well. You will really, really enjoy it. All right, that's it for this week's new wet shaving gear segment. Thanks to Schalfer and everyone else who contributed. Really, really do appreciate it. Okay, let's get to some of these questions and comments. Okay, let's kick off these questions and comments with something from viewer Abene Samant. And he is writing in regards to the Supply Pro adjustable injector single edge razor. Boy, this is quickly becoming a favorite in my shaving den. Really, really do like this razor a lot. And he writes, "Hi Mark, my eyes are getting old, so I made a tiny modification to this razor to make it even better. I used a fine black Sharpie to color in the numbers." And I asked him which Sharpie did he use. Did he use a fine Sharpie like this, or did he use the ultra fine? I wasn't entirely sure if he meant fine meaning ultra fine or fine meaning fine. And he wrote back and said, "I used the fine Sharpie that I had laying around the house. Nothing fancy, but the ultra fine would probably work even better. Either way, 2 minutes of work, wiping away any excess immediately, and Bob's your uncle." Yeah, that's kind of a neat thing that you can do. Kind of fill in where these numbers are on the dial so that they register a little more clearly for you. And I have found that in different lighting situations, I'm holding it at a different angle to try to read those numbers. I have found that when I turn off lighting that I use for recording video, I can see the numbers a little more clearly. That's just been my experience. But when I have extra lighting on, like right now, I'm kind of rocking it around here, trying to get it to reflect and to kind of get it to play off of the lighting correctly. You can see like right there, see that? Right like that. When it's up here like this, you can't see it right there. Registers a little bit better. Okay, I was trying to hit the right angle for the lighting. So yeah, I would say that darkening in those letters a little bit with a Sharpie, that would very, very much help. And a lot of other wet shavers have done this before. Al Spencer put a red dot on his Meiji adjustable razor right at the registration point, so he could see more clearly where the numbers are lining up for that particular level of aggression. He did that. And a lot of other wet shavers have done similar things to some of their razors. And that's kind of a neat, easy, quick kind of upgrade, so to speak, like a DIY upgrade to this razor. But it's a great razor. And hey, if that enhances your enjoyment of the shave that it gives you, wow, all the better. More power to you. Really, really terrific adjustable razor. I've been enjoying it very much. I'll have links below if you want to explore purchasing a Supply Pro injector adjustable single edge razor. This really, really is a terrific razor. So my thanks to Abene Samant for passing that along to other viewers. If you have a Supply Pro, invest in a Sharpie marker like this, and you can add a little bit of color to those numbers to make them a little more legible during your shave. So thanks again, Abby. Really, really do appreciate it. This question comes from viewer Gary, who writes, "Maggard Razors sells 3 razor heads as part of their product line. A V3M, which is a mild razor head, a standard V3, supposedly a medium aggression razor head, and a V3A, an aggressive razor head. These razor heads look like the Edwin Jagger razor head, but which of those Maggard razor heads is equivalent or nearest to the Edwin Jagger razor head in performance and aggressiveness? Anyone who can answer this, myself and maybe others, would be interested. Well, that is a great question, Gary. You know, I did a review back in 2019, because I haven't used it in quite some time, of the V3 razor head, and I happen to put it on my Scotch and Stowe handle right here. And you know what? I found this to be more aggressive than the Edwin Jagger shave. Yeah, the shave with the Edwin Jagger. You can see, you're right. It looks exactly like the Edwin Jagger razor head. This is mild and smooth. This was more aggressive, but not overly aggressive. However, when I did do that review, this was a 2-pass shave for me with about 1 day's worth of beard growth, as I recall. So that kind of gauges it for me. 3rd pass, as I remarked in that review, probably would have been a little too much. Now, having a little more experience with a traditional wet shave under my belt, you know what? I'm gonna use this again. I'm gonna absolutely review this again and see where we are. See if maybe my technique is improved. See if an improvement in shave soap from an artisan soap maker like Phoenix Shaving will also aid in giving me maybe a 3rd pass, because I'll have more protection, slicker surface to shave with, that sort of thing. But yeah, I found this to be more aggressive. Now, I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think the V3 is equivalent to the Edwin Jagger. I would say that, out of a guess, and I haven't used it, I would say the V3M is more likely to be equivalent to the Edwin Jagger DE89 with their standard razor head. That's my guess. Now, I'll put it to the viewers. What do you think? Have you used the V3M, the V3, and the V3A, and can do a comparison for us and tell us which one of those is more closely aligned or more like the Edwin Jagger DE89 with their standard razor head? Really would be interested in hearing those comments. So please comment below and let us know. But for me, the V3, yeah, this is a 2-pass razor with 1 day's worth of beard growth. Gonna review it again. Absolutely gonna review it again. Really, really interested in seeing what the Cube 2.0 and a good artisan soap like, I don't know, Diver Down from Phoenix Shaving or John From or any of those, what kind of effect that's going to have with this razor. Maybe even using, you know, a Filoso blade with it. That would be really, really interesting to see. So yeah, I'm excited to use this again, to review it again. So thanks very much for the reminder, Gary. I really do appreciate it. And folks, if you've used any of those razor heads, the V3M, the V3, or the V3A, please comment below and let us know what you think and how they compare to the Edwin Jagger razor head. Thanks very much for the question, Gary. Really, really do appreciate it. Viewer Al Spencer checked in again, and he wrote, "This might give you a chuckle. Every time you go, boom, lather, I think of these stores in my part of Missouri." And this is Boomland in Missouri. Now, they sell legal fireworks, gifts, collectibles, that sort of thing. And yeah, I might as well mention it, because before you know it, Independence Day in the States is gonna be here, and a lot of folks out there will probably be doing some backyard fireworks displays and that sort of thing. So if you are in Missouri, check out Boomland. I've never been there, but I can understand why my boom lather reminds Al of that. So thanks very much for that, Al. I think that's really, really neat. And again, it's never too early to talk about the 4th of July celebrations coming up, Independence Day coming up, and a lot of great fireworks display that will be taking place. So thanks very much for that, Al. Really, really do appreciate it. Viewer Bjorn Stegler asks the following question. "Hi, Mark. I have some questions about head shaving. Do you have any tips or advice? How often should I shave when I start? Maybe you can answer in a Monday morning mailbag. Have a nice weekend, Bjorn Stegler. Bjorn, the frequency of the head shave is going to be up to the individual. It's going to depend on your skin type, your hair type, how quickly your hair grows back. Me, I'm every other day. I'm every day. I could probably do a shave every day, but every other day seems to work for me. My hair doesn't grow back as quickly, so I can kind of skip a day. As far as tips and tricks for head shaving, I would definitely start off mild. Start off with a mild razor and also get a good slick lather on your head. Use a good pre-shave, whether it be a pre-shave oil, a pre-shave cream, a pre-shave soap. Build up a good lather, or if you prefer, get a really, really good, slick kind of shaving cream, like a Cremo, something like that. Something to give you a lot of glide. But absolutely, I would start with a mild razor. I would also have as slick a lather on your head as possible. Take your time. Go slowly, and if you've seen any of my head shaving videos, I'll do 2 passes, and on that final pass, I'll put some lather in my hand, and I'll move it around here to make sure I have some protection there, and then I'll take the razor and I'll do some touch-up that way to kind of knock down some of the areas I may have missed. So yeah, I would go with a mild razor. The Metaphor from Phoenix Shaving, nice and mild. Really, this does a great job for a head shave for me because it's nice and mild. So I try to go with a mild razor and a good smooth blade. I like to use coated blades, platinum coated blades when I do a head shave. They just work better for me. The Supply SE with the Nick Stop technology, boy, this does a great job for head shaves. Really enjoy doing a head shave with this razor. Their Nick Stop technology reduces nicks and cuts, and it really does work. It really does work. So I like this for a head shave as well. Again, nice, mild, efficient. If you're going to use a cartridge razor, and there are times when I do use a cartridge razor, I like to use a cartridge razor that has 3 blades or less, like on the Defender here. 3 blades or less for me, that seems to work. The Mach 3 from Gillette, 3 blades or less. And of course, what I really do like a lot is the Gillette Guard. Albany Samant sent these along. That's a single blade in a cartridge head that pivots. This is terrific for a head shave. This really is. I like this a lot. And there are some other single blade razors that I've used. The Penny Shaver worked very well. I like this. This is a single blade cartridge razor. And also the Uno razor. I've talked about the Uno razor. This is also a single blade cartridge razor. This head does not pivot. This also worked well for a head shave. I did a head shave with it. I have the review. I just haven't gotten around to editing it. I have to do that. Your question serves as a great reminder that I have to edit that review and get it posted. But yeah, cartridge razors are fine if you want to start with a cartridge razor and then move over to a safety razor. That's great. I find that a safety razor gives me a closer result and it lasts longer, which is why I guess I go every other day. Now, there are some wet shavers who do a head shave every single day. It's personal preference on how you want to go about it. But for me, mild is better. Now, there's also another tool that you can have in your wet shaving toolbox, and that is an electric razor. Now, I don't do my head shave with an electric razor. However, there have been those occasions, and I've mentioned this before, where I have bumped my head or I've really tagged it well, not ducking down through a low door frame, something like that, and I've really opened the skin up and really just gave myself a good knock to where it's going to be difficult to move a razor around there, especially in a blind spot. So that's when I'll pull this out, and over a period of a week or however long it takes to heal up, I'll use an electric razor like this. This is a Braun, which is, I don't believe this is wet dry. I believe this is just dry right here. But there are some other wet dry electric razors that I use. This is a Panasonic that I use right here. This is a very good wet dry razor. I enjoy using this. And also this Dynabliss right here. This is one of these contour electric razors where you have a lot of floating heads here, like a Norelco that kind of fit the contour of your head as you're using it. This is also wet dry. And this one's very affordable. It's on Amazon, Dynabliss. I like this a lot. I use it more dry than I do wet, but it's got a very good motor in it. And I've used it wet, I've used it dry. I think it excels when it is dry. However, I used a very, very thick lather with it, so I think it would probably be better to use a Cremo or some other slick kind of lather for the wet function for this. But that's kind of it in a nutshell. On how I go about doing a head shave. Just go mild. Take it slowly. Use a get a slick lather on your head. However you do it, whether you're rubbing a Cremo in by your hands, whether you're using a brush to build a lather, I would absolutely use a good pre-shave, use a good soap or cream that will give you a good slick base. So that the razor glides very, very smoothly across the head. So, and again, mild razor. If you're going to use a safety razor, get a mild one, like the Metaphor or any other mild razors that are out there. This is the game changer. Boy, this is a terrific mild razor. Love this for head shaves. Yeah, a lot of others that are out there. I have a lot of razors that are very, very mild that do a wonderful job in giving me a head shave. But yeah, go mild. Go mild at first. And if you're going to start off with a cartridge razor, you feel more comfortable with a cartridge razor, that's fine. Start out with a cartridge razor and then kind of work your way up towards a safety razor if that's what you want to do. But again, don't discount having an electric razor in case you give yourself a bad nick or in case you bump your head. It's more often than not that I bump my head, and yeah, it's just I hate when that happens, and then I realize I can't use a safety razor and really enjoy the shave. I've got to use an electric razor to kind of get me through those days, so that it heals up. So that's kind of that's kind of the long and short of it. Frequency is entirely up to you, but yeah, mild, slick, and one step at a time. I hope that helps in some way, Bjorn. If anyone else doing head shaves has any other comments that they'd like to add, please comment below. Really would be interested in hearing it. Thanks again, Bjorn. Really do appreciate it. Okay, that's it. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out the Executive Shaving Company. Use the code MARK5. Check out my blog, georgetoon.com/blog, for my comic strip George, other cartoons, other videos like this. I'm on Facebook. Check out my Facebook page. Check out Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements for some great shaving gear. Check out VikingsBlade.com for some great shaving gear. For all things Barbas, check out Big Dude Barbas. I'll have the link below. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/markzarady, where you'll find all the products I review in this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.